Hello everyone, my name is Tyler Montgomery, and today I'm going to present to you the truth about bottled water. For a brief overview of my table of contents, I will be starting with a quick Did You Know section, which will be segments of facts on bottled water. I'll then move to the reality of the bottled water industry and share with you a little truth behind using bottled water. I'll then move on to my third section, which is how to change your consumption habits and give you some ideas on how to consume water more sustainably. My fourth and final section will go over some specific products and organizations you can look into when considering consuming water more sustainably. For my first section, did you know these facts about water? The United States spends $100 billion a year on bottled water. And over 85% of those plastic bottles end up in landfills and are not actually recycled. It takes about a fourth of a liter of oil to produce a 1 liter water bottle. To put that into perspective, it takes about 45 liters of gas to fill up your car. All these statements may seem unbelievable, but in fact, they are all true. And in the next section, the reality, I'm going to explain to you why drinking bottled water is not the best and why is it so popular. Now, when you hear this, you might think, well, I've heard many reasons why bottled water is better to drink than tap water. One of those reasons might be bottled water is healthier for you. In reality, bottled water is no more healthy for you than tap water. In fact, bottled water is often less regulated and less tested than tap water. Tap water is typically tested for quality contamination more frequently than bottled water is. A great quote from Peter Glick, the co-founder of the Pacific Institute, is that it is wrong to assume that bottled water is somehow cleaner, healthier, or safer than tap water in the United States. When considering drinking tap water instead of bottled water, there are some safety concerns when describing the location where you are in the country. Although the CDC says the United States has one of the world's safest drinking water supplies. Some factors to consider when determining if your water supply is contaminated is there exposure to runoff? Are there agricultural industries in the area that may be polluting the water supply? And what are the age and quality of the plumbing systems in the buildings and homes where you live? How then is water quality assured to be safe? Well, the EGW has a tap water database that you can log on to see if the water supply in your area is safe to consume. Water filters can also be purchased, like I'll discuss later on, in order to ensure that your water is clean and safe to drink. Also, the Environmental Protection Agency, or the EPA, requires annual reports from water suppliers to determine if water quality is safe to consume. Now, you may hear some common marketing tactics when talking about the bottled water industry. Their slogans seem like their water is the purest substance on earth in most cases. For example, it's what's on the inside from Voss water. In reality, Voss water has an acidic pH because it lacks the beneficial minerals needed in water when it's filtered for bottling. Earth's finest water from Fiji. In reality, 6.31 micrograms of arsenic per liter are found in typical bottles of Fiji water, which is not great. The way nature intended from Evian. Swiss researchers have found that residues of banned pesticides have been found in Evian mineral water sold all throughout the country. Another phrase you might hear is that bottled water tastes better than tap water. In reality, that's not necessarily the mass opinion. Good Morning America did a blind taste test of water in New York City, and 45% of survey respondents preferred New York City tap water over any other kind, such as Poland Springs, which got 24% of the vote, or Evian, Fiji, or other kinds at 31% of the vote. Things that could impact the taste of your tap water include mineral content in the water from pipes and whatnot, location in the country, as well as the age and quality of the plumbing in your home. Water filters can be used to help improve the taste of your tap water if it's not preferable to you. A third one is that bottled water is more convenient, which honestly is semi-ironic. The convenience of tap water is almost clearly abundant. For starters, it has a lower cost than buying bottled water. For every $1 spent on bottled water, you're paying 2,279 times more if you filled up the same bottled water with tap water on average. Also, tap water really is the easiest to access. Step 1, you turn on your faucet. Step 2, you get your water. And step 3, repeat as many times as you want. Also, using tap water reduces the amount of waste used from using bottled water. You use an average of 1.39 liters of water to make a 1 liter water bottle. So in reality, you're really drinking 2 bottles of water whenever you drink one. Now, there are some safety concerns when talking about bottled water as well. Bottled water may contain microplastics. In fact, there was a 2018 study conducted on 11 bottled water products from 9 different countries. And the conclusions of that study were that 93% of the 259 bottles sampled contained microplastics, which can be detrimental to your health in large doses. On to the third section, changing habits. What are some ways to consume water in a more sustainable way? Well, for starters, if you want to do something small, take a personal commitment. Say that you will not buy or consume bottled water. Use foresight when leaving your house. Take a reusable bottle of water with you instead of taking a plastic bottle. Studies show that one reusable bottle of water equates to 50 plastic bottles over the course of a year, which is a huge amount of savings in plastic production. Something bigger you could contribute to would be to join the Solution Campaign and demand cleaner tap water for all to cut back on the need for bottled water. The United States public water is underfunded by about $24 billion, which is a large amount. There are other solutions in which you could help contribute to causes related to bottled water. Lobby your city council to add more drinking fountains for public use. Safe drinking fountains that comply with COVID-19 restrictions, of course. Also, demand that your employer or school or whatnot boycotts the purchase of bottled waters to cut down on the use of them in your community. I'm now going to talk about some resources you can use to consume water way more sustainably. For starters, you can log on to the EPA's website and look at your water quality reports or your CCR Consumer Confidence Reports. This will show you the water quality in your area and how safe it might be to consume directly from the tap. Additionally, stainless steel water bottles are a great solution and often contribute to sustainable causes, such as Hydro Flask, which partners with Surfrider Foundation and removes more than 7,600 pounds of trash from the oceans annually. Hydro Flask also founded Parks for All, a program designed to create more green spaces and outdoor accessibility. Welly Water is another great reusable water bottle brand you can look into. More than 1% of their annual sales support organizations bringing clean water to those in need. And they also keep cold drinks cold and hot drinks hot for 24 and 14 hours respectively, which is way better than water bottles can do that are plastic. Water filtration, as mentioned earlier, can be used to help ensure your water quality is good. Brita water filters are great for this, and they help reduce 1,800 single-use plastic bottles per household, which equates to 13 billion single-use plastic bottles reduced in the year 2021 as a total. Using a Brita filter produces up to 4 times less carbon emissions than drinking bottled water, because the industry that produces bottled water uses a lot of carbon emissions. I want to say thank you for listening to this presentation, and I hope that it was able to provide you with some insight on how to produce less plastic water bottle waste and to consume water more sustainably. In the description of this video, you'll see a link to my survey. If you could take this, it would be great. It would give me some insight onto what you've learned from this presentation. Thanks for listening and have a great day.